Hey everybody, it's JANG here with a look at a Lego Duplo set that's new for 2015. This one's called the Forest Park and officially comes with 105 pieces. Obviously, we have a lot to look at here, so let's go ahead and dive into some of the individual components. This here is the entrance to the park, a nice large archway with a little bit of wood detail on the side, and it's wide enough to allow you to drive your car through. So that's you arriving in to check out the animals inside and see what you can find, see what you can spot. Nice little flower over here in a medium blue color, and you've also got some mushrooms that are growing off to the side. Make sure that you don't eat those, but they are nice looking. And of course, you know, you can't get stuff too small with Duplo because they do want to go after the really young market, so they don't want these to be unsafe, but this is all using mostly large sized blocks and stuff. So all this stuff can be used for other things as well. The car is just the standard Duplo build where it has a kind of a reusable base to it, and you just put the specific style of car on top, and it's got print on the front, and also you've got the logo there that goes with the logo on the top for the entire park. So this could also be used as a park service vehicle. There's one other figure included here. We'll look at the figures up more closely later on. Once inside the park, you may see this hillside off to the side with a big evergreen tree up on the top, and it also has a beehive up on the top of it. That's just a printed brick there. It's a tan brick, and you can move that around, and that can be the beehive full of honey that these bears are trying to go after. So they include this very large adult black bear and also a cub, which is very adorable. Of course, these are not posable, but I really like the height that they have for the heads, and you can kind of have them up close there. It's just a kind of an affectionate look that you see frequently between animals, and they have nice kind of expressions on them with just a little bit of texture for the mouth. Those are looking very nice. Flower over on this side, some different colors. You can see very natural colors through here with some of the greenery and some of the stone and some of the earth, and then also some mice over here just hanging around on the side. And of course you can try to get your bears to come up here and try to figure out how to get to that honey. You can also use this cave structure here to just barely fit the two in there, and that can be a bear den. Here's another evergreen tree. This one's just kind of freestanding, and it looks like it's been hollowed out underneath. This might be a place where you'll find a deer family, and they have a male, a female, and a young one. So all three there. There's a little bit of a difference between the male and the female with the back half. Each one of these is built as basically two halves, and they're just glued together or kind of sealed together before you even get these. But you can see that the posing of the legs is a little bit different on this side, and also the angles of the ears between the male and the female are a little bit different, so some subtle differences there. These antlers on the male are soft. They have a little bit of texture to them, so they don't feel too plasticky. I do think this may be something for parents to watch out for with the youngest kids, that kids who are still chewing on things might be able to chew this off. I haven't durability tested it myself, but that is one thing to look out for. I'm sure that they did their best, but you know, just keep an eye on that. Otherwise, everything else is just one large piece. And these are really nice looking animals. They did keep the full spots on all of them, which makes them look brighter and just more lively. This here is just a few bricks that are just stuck together for a little bit of terrain, so you can kind of put something up on top of it, just have a little bit of climbing action. But these are two orange foxes that look very nice. They're actually identical, but I really like how they posed the heads on them, just kind of turning to the side a little bit and also angled to the side a little bit. Gives them a lot of personality, makes them look inquisitive, makes them look, you know, like they're alert and looking at something. Something they may be looking at may be something that they might be chasing after instinctively, such as this squirrel here. So you could put a squirrel up in a tree or something and have it hiding away. The squirrel also has acorns that it is able to store. That's why it's standing or sitting on top of that right now, but you can put that anywhere you want. Notice they've got a little extra print there with the tan color in the face, just giving it a little extra detail. I really like the squirrel, and I like the foxes as well. I think these are just all really good animals to have. Here are the human animals. Meanwhile, one adult male, one adult female, and one young girl. I really like the kind of neutral skin tone that these figures have, and there's a lot of detail on the printing with the torsos. Got a little jacket there. You can see that there's a flower kind of print on the shirt underneath. This is a nice sweater. This guy's also got a jacket over a flannel shirt there. Good detailing in the faces, good detailing with the headgear as well. You got the twin tails back here. This is just nicely textured around here. The guy over here, you can even see the little snaps on the back of his cap. So these are really well done figures, and as with all of the Duplo figures today, you can rotate the arms up and down, and you can also put them into the seated position so they can be just sitting down, and that's also what you would do for putting them into a vehicle. Now the guy may be a park service worker, so during times when there's not a lot of food that's available right now, the humans will try to help out with the animals. So he has a pitchfork here that he could use to pick up some hay. You know, they could deliver some hay to the place and place it into this feeding trough. So that yellow brick right there is supposed to represent some hay, and you can see it's got a little bit of awning, a little bit of roof over that just to cover it up a little bit. So he can put that in there, and then the deer can come along when he's gone and actually feed from there. So if they're a little bit low on the natural foods because of a drought or something, you know, humans can step in and actually help animals. Visitors, meanwhile, can come and just enjoy the place. And here you can see they've got a nice little picnic blanket or throw, which is a very nice cloth piece, pretty good quality, has a nice finish to it. And they give you some berries that could be wild berries that if you know exactly what they are, maybe you can pick them. Otherwise, you should bring your own. You don't want to trust things that you see in the wild unless you are an expert and you really know the stuff well. They also give you this teapot, which could also have other types of fluids in it, just something to, you know, bring something out to have a drink. Near the picnic area, they may also have a little spot where you can do a little bit of playing. So they've got a slide set up here. You can come up on the top of that, go into your seated position, and just slide right on down that. So that's a nice little extra inclusion, just to have a little extra fun. Meanwhile, lastly, they include a couple of fence assemblies. It's actually 4 pieces. You can connect them all together. You can separate them out however you want. They can be attached to studded bases if you want to use one of the other pieces that are kind of flat to help make them stand up. And you could also kind of use this with the entranceway to just show the separation between the nature area and the human area, so you don't disturb nature, you know, depending upon the type of park that it is. You can separate things out, so when you drive in, you know, it's just kind of a separate area that's just for the people, and you can keep all the animals on the other side safely. They also include a couple of extra flowers here, one in green and one in red. Now, I do want to point out the back of the box of this thing because it does show you a nice alternate scene down here using just the parts from this set, not any parts from any other sets. You can put a lot of stuff together and really create a larger scene for kind of one side. You know, have all the hillside there, have multiple trees growing together, multiple levels, things kind of terraced up. You can see a different little cave, a little cove area for one of the foxes. You know, it's really nice that they do encourage you to do things differently. Here they've set up how the squirrel might actually be holding on to some of the berries and can be kind of hiding out. Just, you know, different suggestions for different things you can do. Look at that. There they set things up really tall, just going for a lot of vertical building and bringing the animals and people together, at least the ones that can be together safely. And there they're showing you how the foxes might be trying to chase after the squirrel, which can hide up in a tree. I really like the comfortable nature-based scene here because it shows you something that can be realistic. Obviously, kids can feel free to be completely open-ended with their imaginations and, you know, have people and different types of animals interacting together, but this set also provides a lot of things, a lot of groups of animals, you know, pairings of animals, and also just the elements of man-made things that allow parents to teach their kids about how different animals may interact, what animals that you want to be safe with, that you want to stay away from, if you want to, you know, teach that you need to stay away from the bears, if you want to teach, you know, what level of interaction you can have with deer, with watching them. You know, there's just things where I really feel like the parents can do a lot with the things that they include here. You know, a lot of teachable moments are buildable throughout this entire thing, but still, just as a pure toy base, you know, lots of nice pieces, really allows you to make a proper park that connects things to the wilderness. And there's still stuff here for the people to do. If you have any thoughts that you would like to share about this set, please do down in the comments, and stick around for more videos because more are on the way very soon. Thanks for watching.